Hi, 你们好. It's great to see all of you for another episode of Growing Up with Chinese, 成长汉语. In this show, you all get the chance to learn simple but very useful Chinese through the adventures of Mike, Xiaoming, and their friends. Now, have you all recovered from our discussion of 把 from last show? 你们是不是把它给忘了? Did you take it and forget it? If you did, don't worry about it. We aren't going to bring it up again today, though. It's blissfully absent from today's dialogue. In fact, we thought it might be fun to go easy on all of you this time. Our topic is pets. I love animals. And apparently, so do Lan Lan and her classmates. So let's check out the dialogue for today, and I promise what we're going to be covering will be very easy. Let's check it out.
You 们快来看，这只小狗毛茸茸的，真可爱。兰兰，这是你的小狗吗？
是啊，它是我的小宠物。
它叫什么名字啊？
它叫菲菲，今年3岁了。你呢？你养小宠物吗？
哎，没有，我妈妈不让养。如果我养宠物，我会养一只加菲猫。
那你呢？你家有小宠物吗？
我养了一条狗和2只小乌龟。
啊？你也养小狗啊？
是啊，我养的是哈士奇，个头可大了。
哈士奇太酷了，我还在电影里看到过。
是啊，我也看到过。
那周末你们来我家玩吧。
真的吗？
好啊，太好了。
Well, there seems to be quite the heated discussion about pets and animals going on today. Now, apart from specific vocabulary, I bet you guys were able to follow that without too much trouble. But let's break it down just a bit, and then we'll go over it again. 好吗？你养小宠物吗？ Do you have any little pets? 宠物 means pet or pets. 小宠物 are little pets. 养 is the verb used when talking about raising a living thing, like animals, kids, plants, etc. 你养小宠物吗? Do you have any little pets?
你们快来看，这只小狗毛茸茸的，真可爱。兰兰，这是你的小狗吗？
是啊，它是我的小宠物。
它叫什么名字啊？
它叫菲菲，今年3岁了。你呢？你养小宠物吗？
如果我养宠物，我会养一只加菲猫。If I had a pet, I would have a Garfield cat. 如果 means if. So, 如果我养宠物 if I had a pet, 我会养一只加菲猫。会 in this context means would. Now, we'll get into more detail on that in just a minute. And we see that the measure word for cat, 猫, is 只, just like with turtles. And just as a side note, 加菲猫 is the actual name for Garfield. So I guess this kid wants Garfield as a pet.
你呢？你养小宠物吗？
哎，没有，我妈妈不让养。如果我养宠物，我会养一只加菲猫。
我有一条狗和2只小乌龟。I have a dog and 2 small turtles. 一条狗。条 is the measure word used in referring to a dog. 条 can mean a long, narrow piece. And a healthy dog, anyway, is usually long and narrow, right? Just like a leg or a snake. Now, both leg and snake use 条 as their measure word in Chinese. 一条狗。2只小乌龟 2 small turtles. 只 is the measure word for turtle. And because the number 2 comes before a measure word here, it changes from 2 to 2.
那你呢？你家有小宠物吗？
我养了一条狗和2只小乌龟。
啊，你也养小狗啊？
是啊，我养的是哈士奇，个头可大了。Yeah, I have a husky. It's huge. 哈士奇 sounds like husky, and indeed, that's what it means. 个头 is a set expression referring to something's size or height.
啊，你也养小狗啊？
是啊，我养的是哈士奇，个头可大了。
哈士奇太酷了，我还在电影里看到过。
是啊是啊，我也看到过。
那周末你们来我家玩吧。
真的吗？
好啊，太好了。
Okay, it's time to check out today's vocabulary. We have a fun radical to talk about today, but before we get into it, let's take a look at some specific vocabulary. 可爱 cute 可爱宠物 pet 宠物养 to raise as in raise a child, raise a pet 养猫 cat 猫狗 dog 狗乌龟 turtle 乌龟和 and 和如果 if 如果 Our topic today is all about pets. So the radical we're going to be looking at is none other than the animal radical. And we see it in 2 characters today, 猫 and 狗. So let's get them on our screen, and then we can talk about them. 狗猫狗 dog 猫 cat. Okay, let's break them apart. The animal radical we see here and here. It's evolved from this character. 犬, which is the scientific way to refer to a dog, like kind of breed or along those lines. Now we get the phonetics for these 2 characters from meow here and go, oops, we'll just take that away, go here. This radical, the 反犬旁, is always on the left side of the character. Today's cultural spotlight topic shouldn't be too hard to guess. That's right. We're talking about pets. Now, before I came to China as a kid, I had hamsters and guinea pigs, and I think at one point I even had some goldfish. In America, pets are a part of virtually every household. Up until recently in China, pets weren't so common. People might have fish or birds, but dogs and cats, for example, didn't become popular pets until quite recently, maybe around the mid-90s. So while the custom of having pets of all kinds is relatively new, today it is a phenomenon you see everywhere. Pets in China are not only seen as an addition to one's household, they are also seen as a healthy lifestyle. Now, naming a pet can be a lot of fun in any language, and Chinese pet names are fabulous. I've met dogs with the names steamed bun, 馒头, black bean bean, 黑豆豆, 500, yes, 500 because the dog cost 500 kuai, 布丁, pudding, 笨笨, which means stupid stupid, and this one's great, 皮蛋, which is a kind of preserved egg eaten in China, also known as the 1,000-year-old egg. Ha! Now, some people give their pets names that are auspicious. I know someone who named their dog 大喜, which means big happiness. I've met many a dog named Money, an English name, and it was explained to me that when they call the dog to come, it's money来, money come. An auspicious dog name indeed. I love talking about pets. Okay, for now, we'll put our pet topic to rest and look at some of today's language points. Let's start with talking about 和 or and. What a great word. And can go on and on and on and on and on. In Chinese, 和 is used exactly the way we use and in English, although its area of use is slightly smaller. We see it today with 我养了一条狗和两只小乌龟. I have a dog and 2 little turtles. 和 in Chinese can connect words or phrases, but it cannot connect sentences or clauses.
小明，快点儿，交作业了。
什么作业呀？
英语作业和数学作业啊。
啊，我又忘了。兰兰，你喜欢哪个体育明星？
我喜欢费德勒和贝克汉姆。
啊，都是大帅哥啊。
养 to raise. When referring to having a pet, a plant, or even a child, 养 to raise is the verb to use. In English, we can use the verb have pretty lightly when it comes to talking about raising animals or plants or children. You can say 有 to have in Chinese as well, but the most accurate way to say that you are raising a pet or children or plants or any living thing really is to use the verb 养.
妈妈，那只小狗太可爱了，我能养一只吗？
现在不行，等你长大了再养吧。
这几条鱼真漂亮，是你养的吗？
哦，不是，这是我爸爸养的。
Here's another language point. 如果 means if. 如果我养宠物，我会养一只加菲猫. If I had a pet, I would have a Garfield cat. Now here we have the example of 如果 and then 我会. If something, I would. Now there are many other words that can be paired with if in Chinese, but we'll be getting into those in later shows. For now, let's take a look at some 如果 examples.
哇，小明，这个玩具太可爱了。
兰兰，如果你喜欢，就送给你吧。
Okay, that just about wraps up our discussion for the day. Now, I don't know about you guys, but talking about animals makes me happy. I have a dog. 我有一条狗, and she's adorable. 她很可爱. And guess what? She can speak English and Chinese too. 她也会说英文和中文. Well, I guess a bark is a bark, actually. A Chinese dog bark sounds the same as an American dog bark. But I speak to her in English and Chinese, and she can understand both languages. Okay, enough about my dog. It's time to look at a letter sent in by one of you, Travis, from Australia. Okay, let's see what your question is about. Directions. Aha. Yes, directions in Chinese are the opposite of what they are in English. For example, we might say, turn right. Right comes after turn. In Chinese, it's 右转. Right turn. Similarly, turn left would be 左转, so it's reversed. Same goes for north, south, east, and west. We can say the post office is at the north side of the supermarket, for example. And in Chinese, it would be 超市在邮局的北边. 北边 comes later. Okay, so just remember, they're completely reversed. All right, time to wish you all good luck in your Chinese studies. 加油! Don't forget to check out our website and send in your comments and feedback. I will see you next time. 再见.